Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a while since I've done a reading. I actually decided to take a little bit of time to myself. I'm still in Goa, which is, for those of you that don't know, is a beach town. And I just needed a little bit of time. Honestly, there's a lot going on. There are a lot of upgrades, and whether you can feel it or not, you can tell that as the year winds down, a lot of things change. And I just wasn't motivated to do any readings, and I just didn't want to force it. And I was, a good guide told me that if it doesn't come out naturally, you shouldn't do it. So I decided it was time to take a break. But I'm back. So let's see what's going on in the twin flame dynamic. I'm going to pick an overall energy for the twin flame union. 11/11's gone. We got eclipse season coming. Ooh, wow, look at that. Everything bounced off. I say we got eclipses happening. I was on the beach during the full moon 2, 3 days ago, and it was beautiful. So the overall energy for the twin flame dynamic at this point is Nick Cave. Be sure to be the last guest at the cannibal's dinner party. Embrace your limitations to become a wonderful disaster. Waiting for inspiration is just waiting. We've also got John Coltrane. Take your solo, but give others their moments too. If you follow your own truth, there are no false notes. Find beauty in the unexpected. All right. So, what this is telling me, I'm just checking if any of the other cards fell. No, I don't think that was it. So, Nick Cave. Be sure to be the last guest at the cannibal's dinner party. Waiting for inspiration is just waiting. Embrace your limitations and become a wonderful disaster. So, the first thing I'm getting from this is first of all, I think the overall message for the union right now is that I feel like the divine masculine's been waiting. The divine masculine's been waiting for the right time. The right time to make a move when certain factors are in place and you feel like everything is perfectly aligned, everything is sorted out, all your healing's done. But our healing's never going to be fully done. Like, I feel like we're on this planet to grow, to evolve, to heal. And if our healing's done, it's time for us to leave. So I feel like this is sort of like the situation where it's about time that, we stop waiting. Embrace your limitations to become a wonderful disaster. This is basically talking about self love. One of the biggest reasons and but one of the biggest situations that kind of block twin flame union is self love, and self love from both partners. The divine feminine has self love in her own way, and divine masculine has self love issues in his own way. I can tell you this that because I'm on the beach, and the last 2 years, because of my medical stuff, I've put on a lot of weight. I've been very, very self conscious about wearing a swimsuit. And I've always been the kind of person who's in a bikini and I really don't care. And even though now I'm still in a bikini, I just feel so conscious. And I keep saying to people, oh, don't take my picture, I feel fat. And I used to never be that kind of person. But I started when I started really paying attention to what I'm saying, that's when I realized, like, hey, you gotta love yourself for who you are. You know, none of us are going to stay the same way, the same shape, the same whatever. And self-love issues come out in different ways. They come out in, I'm not good enough because of how I look, how I act, how much money I make, my family, could be a lot of different things, right? So the universe is saying that this is something that has been in the dynamic for a long time. And I feel like now it's time for us to kind of move past it. Use this self love as a tool to move past, to go forward, to move forward, all right? Take your solo, but give others their moments too. If you follow your own truth, there is no false note. Find beauty in the unexpected. So, first off, to find beauty in the unexpected is talking about things may not always go according to plan. If you're waiting for inspiration, if you're waiting for things to go in a particular timeline, it's not going to happen. All right? You have to kind of let people do what they have to do. Divine feminine, you can't force this union. You can't push your divine masculine to kind of do things faster. Things have to happen in the time frame they're meant to happen. However, things if things are not going according to plan, you still can find beauty in it. You can still find magic in it. There is a reason why certain things don't happen in a particular timeline. And when something goes awry or something else happens, something surprises you, there is beauty in that. And I feel like that's the overall, energy of the twin flame dynamic right now, where we are trying to kind of force a situation and the universe is saying there's no point forcing it. However, you don't want to wait too long. So it's like the same thing. You don't, if you are the one waiting, this is saying you can't force it, so you got to be patient. And if you're the one, if you're a divine masculine not taking any action, waiting for the right time, the right situation, the universe is saying you can't keep waiting forever. All right, sometimes you have to make the situation right for yourself. But at the same time, both are talking about self-worth issues and how we, we spend too much time on it. And now it's about time we start really cleaning that and cleansing that. And I feel the energies at this time are definitely in tune to help the twin flame dynamic and to help these self-love issues. So let's see what else is in store. What's going on for the divine masculine at this time towards the divine feminine? Spiritual, emotional. Come on. Come on. Yeah, new vitality. So there is new life coming in when it comes to the divine masculine. I think there's a card that got turned here. Is there? I thought there was. Maybe not. What else? Dedicated effort. All right. So the divine masculine is definitely putting in the effort. All right. The if you think divine feminine that the masculine is not making any move towards you, that's not true. Okay, they are making moves towards you. They have been putting dedicated effort into fixing whatever's blocking them. It could be karmic situations, it could be self-love issues, it could be just their overall awakening. Whatever is going on, the divine masculine has been putting a lot of effort into it, and now they have sort of like a new vitality, new life coming into their being, and they're ready. They're kind of getting ready to take the next step. So let's see what else is the divine masculine feeling for the divine. Look at that, true love. So the divine masculine is right there. They've been putting in the effort, they've been putting in the work, and they're realizing that this is it. We keep trying to fight it. And, I feel like divine feminine, we're guilty of it too, right? We know we want a divine masculine, but we try. We try to distract ourselves with other people. We try to forget about them. We try to pretend like it's not real. But there's only so much you can do, right? And I feel like that's what's going on with the divine, with the divine masculine as well. They've been trying to deny it. They've been trying to kind of, be like, no, this is not it. And then they're just like, okay, I'm just gonna work on myself. And they're realizing that this is it. There is nobody else for me, right? So divine feminine, first card that came out is flow. What else? Come on. Come on. Cards just want to fly. Oh my God. All right. Darkest fears and flow. What was I just talking about? What was I just saying? All right. Self-love, deepest fears, darkest fears. Divine feminine, you are letting your fears come into play. You are thinking if this is not going to happen, then it's never going to happen. That if it's not going to happen in a particular time frame, if they haven't reached out when you said they were going to, or your insecurities, your karmic stuff, stuff about self-love, all of that is, coming back up. And that is making you feel afraid. That is making you doubt this connection. And the universe is saying, you got to go with the flow. Now is not the time for you to let your fears get the best of you. Because what goes on in the 3D world, it means nothing. All right? What's going on is nothing. That is not real. The 3D world is not real. The 5D, the energy, what we feel. And we can manifest what it is that you want. And we've got, wow, a lot of cards that fell out for divine feminine. We've got flirt. So this is all about being lighthearted. Have a good time. If you meet new people, flirt, but don't let your insecurities come about. Don't let the worst case scenario, get played, because when you think about it, you're kind of putting it out there into the universe. So they're telling you to be lighthearted, go with the flow. They're telling you that this relationship is worth waiting for, and things are going to happen in divine timing, as I just mentioned. So I know it's frustrating. This is the most frustrating card ever, worth waiting for. I don't know why this card was made because it's so frustrating, but it's the truth, right? I know twin flames who are in union as well, and I too doubt it sometimes. Trust me, I do. But what are you gonna do? Try dating somebody else? I tried that. Doesn't work, right? So what are you gonna do? You just have to go with the flow and hope for the best and see what the universe has in store for you. Besides that, we got two other cards. We've got honeymoon and make the effort. This is very interesting. Have you noticed how the divine masculine and the divine feminine right now are completely mirroring each other? We've got the dedicated effort and we've got the make the effort. So divine feminine, the masculines are doing the work. I don't know what's happening today. The masculines are doing the work, but are you doing the work? Are you working on your fears? Are you working on whatever you've been holding in? The thing is, we try to suppress our fears. We try to suppress our shadow self, right? And we need to face it. We need to deal with the blockages. We've also got the honeymoon card. This could be that maybe some of you need to travel somewhere, or travel is indicated, or for some, a holiday, because the holiday seasons are coming, maybe that is just making you miss your twin a bit more. Or maybe there is an opportunity to run into this person. Either which way, travel is needed, holiday time is needed, time off is needed, so that you can work on your darkest fears. Divine feminine, there is no point hiding from it. The more you hide from it, the more you don't deal with what's really going on, your self-love, your self-worth issues, whatever it is, everybody's got different stuff. If you don't deal with it, it's not going to help you get closer, So everything is happening in divine timing, but you also have to put in the effort, and you got to wait for it, right? So let's see what's happening in the 3D with the divine masculine. What actions is he going to take in the near future? Protection. So there is a level of protection that the divine masculine has at this time. He is protected by the universe. So whatever action or non-action he's going to take is protected. We've got thoughts, words, and intellectual analysis. So the divine masculine is a lot in his head right now. He or she, obviously, may not be taking any active moves, in the physical world towards the divine feminine. They're working. We've got the bard, which is history of storytelling. This is all about what we've been told. This is about the stories we tell ourselves and stories we've been told. You're not good enough. You need to make this kind of money to prove you're a man. A man is somebody who doesn't cry. You know what I mean? These are stories that are passed on from generations, and that stays with us. And we got to break that. We got to break all of this old programming that is kind of stuck in our head. And I feel like that's what the divine masculine's at right now. He's trying to figure out the programming. He's trying to he's in his head right now. In the next few days, few weeks, time's fluid. But because they've got that they're putting in the effort though. They do believe that there is something really, important here. They do believe that you are very important to them, and they have this new energy coming in. So maybe up till now they weren't paying attention to this connection. Maybe they were focused on work or other issues, but now they're kind of focusing on this because the holidays are coming, and you do think about all of these things, and they're in their head. And this is good because the universe is protecting them, and they're trying to understand their beliefs. Why do they think this way? Who made them feel the way they feel? Things like that. So let's see what the divine feminine's thing is. Okay. Divine feminine wants a rebirth, of course. But this is something we've got feelings and emotions. Okay, interesting. We've got transformation and focus. All right, so I feel like the divine feminine has been going through a period of not focusing on herself, not focusing on her development, not focusing on her growth. And now that's changing. She's also kind of putting that vitality back. This card is very similar to the new vitality card, where it's like you're putting the energy back into something that was dead. So I feel both parties are getting very much aligned. You see how they're like mirroring each other? So I feel like both sides are mirroring each other to the point where they're both getting back into this connection, starting focusing into this connection. The divine feminine definitely needs to focus on what it is that she wants. You've got the feeling and emotion cards, which talks about how you need to deal with certain feelings. Especially, like I know I have this whole thing about my body, which is all self love, lack of self confidence. It's obvious, right? And the thing is, I know it. I just need to do something about it. So it's the same thing. You guys might know what it is for you that is blocking you, but you gotta fix that. You gotta work on that. Change your focus away from the negative. Every time you say something, oh, I'm so this, oh, I'm so that, in the negative, stop it, erase it, say the opposite. Start writing the positive affirmations, start listening to affirmations, meditating, healing, whatever works for you. There are lots of hidden emotions that need to be dealt with. And I feel like that's what the divine feminine is going to be focusing on. She's going to be focusing. I'm sorry, I'm sitting in a very weird position. The light's not very clear. Um, she's going to be focusing on her transformation, her psychic gifts. We're all gifted. Every single human being has psychic abilities. I feel every single human being is a healer. And I feel like the more we kind of tune in to our energies and to our higher self, the more aligned we are going to be to our abilities. So I feel like that is something that the divine feminine is going to be doing at this time. So let's see what's the overall union energy for the next, say, 1 or 2 weeks. Let's see if there's anything gonna happen, anything big, maybe, I don't know. Wow. There is a possibility of expressing your love. So the divine feminine might want to express her love, holiday times. Divine masculine might be, expressing their love. Wow, look at the cards. Yeah, guys, something's going to happen. For some of us, at least. We've got to express your love. So in the next 1, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, there is a possibility that the divine masculine or the divine feminine, vice versa, could be expressing how they feel. We've got manifest and master, both major arcana. They're telling us that we are in control. We can manifest what we want. So divine feminine, if you want to manifest a connection or a contact with your twin, focus on what would happen if it had already happened. Use law of attraction to imagine a scene which shows that it's already done. The universe is also saying that both divine masculine and feminine are realizing that they have the keys to the kingdom. He's holding the heart in his hand, and he can manifest whatever it is that he wants. So I think that both parties are realizing that you don't need the perfect time, you don't need the perfect whatever. We have everything in our control right now, and you can make situation perfect if that is what works for you. So it is up to us to kind of do it. So I definitely feel there is a possibility. Let's hope it is. Advice for the divine feminine. Let's get one advice card. Okay, that's too many. Advice for the divine feminine. Abundant nourishment, asking and receiving. This is telling me that you have to realize, divine feminine, that you are blessed, that you are a magical manifester of what it is that you want. You have to get out of that negative vibration, get out of that darkest fears, and go into the mindset of abundance, of already having the love, the happily ever after, whatever it is that you want. You have to visualize as if it's already happened and be in that mind frame, because you need to be in that abundant mind frame and not let the fears come into play. For the divine masculine, it is about trusting the divine feminine, and at the same time trusting their intuition, not to use logic. Logic, there's no place for logic in this twin flame dynamic, all right? Divine masculines, if any of you are watching this, trust. Trust in your gut, trust your intuition, trust what the universe is trying to tell you, and trust that your divine feminine, trust in her. All right? All right, guys, I wish you all the best. Take care.